Alright guys, so Fula coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LGBC. So as I am sitting here in a lot of traffic, I was just thinking about the whole situation with ASAP Rocky being in jail in Sweden due to assault, I believe. And, public disclaimer, I'm not the biggest ASAP Rocky fan. I didn't even know that the dude was from Harlem, New York, because of the way he rapped. Usually Harlem dudes are known for a high level of lyricism. I mean, Big L is one of those dudes. I mean, that's just one of the examples, Usually Harlem has a lot of good lyricists, but, ASAP Rocky, he's not what I would call a lyricist, but, sometimes if you're going out with, like, a couple of your friends, not many friends, sometimes you do go ahead and, turn up with some of his music, But, I mean, I don't listen to ASAP Rocky like a lot. I don't listen to him that much as other people do. But anyhow, I kind of like dislike the fact that, they locked him up for assault, but when you watch the video, when you see the video and stuff like that, the dude who attacked him should be locked up, because in reality, the dude who attacked him started it first. He's the one that initiated the whole thing. So my thing is okay, you're not locking up ASAP Rocky, but you're not locking up the dude who started it. What part of the game is that? Now, what a lot of people are going to say, I know a lot of people are going to say, they're going to revert back to ASAP Rocky's comments about just activism, about speaking out against injustices that black people go through. People are going to use that as an example, because he did basically say, in other words, in the word of words, he basically said, I only care about myself, my career, and what's going on in my life, rather than be worried about things that are happening miles away that I have nothing to do with. That's basically what he said, okay? And, part of it, I understand. Part of it, I think he could have said differently. The part I understand is that, if you decode the message, he's probably thinking, now I'm not inside of his mind or anything like that. I'm not inside of his head. But he's probably thinking that, speaking out against the injustices has been done so much. But on the same note, it hasn't really produced any results that have stopped, cops from doing what they usually do, have stopped I guess you can say, quote unquote, terrorism coming from our rivals who happen to be of Caucasian descent, so he's probably thinking himself, well, everybody else has tried it and it doesn't produce any results, so I might as well just focus on me. That's just my guess. Well, on another note, A$AP Rocky has a big enough platform where he can actually be a voice that can be possibly heard. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, music in a way, music is kind of like your circle of influence, you know, because it depends on like the kind of music you put in to your being, you know what I mean? It's really up to you, like what you want to listen to, you know? And so with that being said, you know, what you listen to is kind of going to come out, you know? So, I mean, when you look at it, A$AP Rocky's music usually appeals to the youth. So, I mean, who's not to say that by him maybe making people more aware of the injustices that are occurring, that the youth, who's to say that the youth wouldn't be affected and that the youth wouldn't want to do something? You know what I mean? Who's to say that the youth wouldn't want to take, like, how should I put it, like plausible actions to change the lot of, you know, what's happening. So, while I get what he said about that, I believe he could have worded it differently. And I believe that he should be a little bit more optimistic, you know. But back to this thing. The thing is that no matter what, wherever we go, no matter what our celebrity is, no matter what our profile is, we're still going to be black people, okay? We're still going to be a part of the black race. Although being a rapper and although being maybe a famous athlete affords you different like privileges, it still does not afford you white privilege, you know, because white privilege is basically you raping someone and then you get probation for raping them, you know. That's white privilege. White privilege is that you stick a hanger in someone else's cavity in a bullying matter, and the judge says, oh, he's not fit for prison. You know, that's white privilege. So what I'm getting at is that, you know, with A$AP Rocky, although he was defending himself, he has to look at where he was at, you know. As much as we would like to believe, as much as we would like to, like, kind of, like, put into our thought process, we're still black at the end of the day to anybody, whether it be the Caucasian in America, whether it be the Caucasian in Europe, or whether it be the Caucasian anywhere else, you know. And what that means is that there's already going to be a target on your back, no matter what your celebrity is, you know. That's why they tested A$AP Rocky, because they knew that if they got a rise out of him or something like that, that they would be, you know, that what would happen to him, you know. Because here's the thing. We don't even have to look at A$AP Rocky, you know, a visitor of that country. We just got to look at the daily activities of these countries towards black people, period. I mean, let's just look at soccer, for example. here in 2019, we are still dealing with the same things as far as the racist chants go, as far as the monkey chants go, as far as black players being punished for walking out on games because they don't want to put up with that. You know? So, if they're treating like black celebrities there this way, you know, if they're treating black celebrities like that, you know what I mean, in their own homes, then what, you know, rappers from America are not exempt. You know, as much as they would like to believe, they're not, you know, from that same treatment. Well, on the same note, you know, A$AP Rocky was just defending himself. So I'm just wondering, as I said before, what part of the game is this where you're holding someone who was just defending themselves? You know, like, so, like, yeah, just let them go. And you have other people who, you know, celebrities have spoken out about him being in jail, saying that, you know, Sweden needs to let him go, basically. And yeah, they need to let him go. Well, on the same note, these celebrities, it would be nice if they spoke out against local issues too, not just issues with stars, you know what I mean? They need to speak out not just about A$AP Rocky, but just about the whole shebang period, you know? And I'm pretty sure a lot of them have, but, you know, a lot have Twitter fingers now for A$AP Rocky to get out and stuff like that. You know, I understand. You know, I understand he's their bro or whatever the case may be. But, you know, this A$AP Rocky thing is a lesson that, you know, that no matter how big we get as black people, you know, we're still going to be faced with the same situation that a black person who is walking the street normal is going to face, no matter what, no matter how big we get, you know. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this issue, you know. I still do say, yeah, free A$AP Rocky, but also free everybody else who is incarcerated wrongly, you know, because they were just trying to do the right thing. That falls into the black category. Well, Fula signing out. I just wanted to do this short little video about this issue and my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Let me know what you think about A$AP Rocky's incarceration. And I should say his indefinite incarceration. Fula signing out.